Competition never matched me. We ain't go together like camouflage and polka dots. Focus on your position, just know your spot. Sure, don't stop. It's a long season. They planning on winning for the wrong reasons. Trying to get my number retired. Can't let these frauds beat us. I figured out the recipe. Never let opponents get the best of me. I'm focused on my legacy.
Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard on the job, you can see that. On my hit is real good. We don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah. Beats, leave it in the street. Case on the news.
Let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star in the clutch.
From the second largest city in the U.S., Los Angeles, California, we've got football as EA Sports coverage of the NFL is on the air. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Chicago Bears and the Los Angeles Rams. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. They run with Ezekiel Elliott, last year's NFL rushing leader. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Second and 6, just inside the 30. There's Goff. Going deep here for Allen. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, third down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Here's Goff. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
On fourth down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. DJ Moore is back deep waiting for it. That'll wind up being a 50-yard punt, though they do get 10 back on the return. And the Bears take over. The Bears in good field position to start out, 1st and 10. Snap comes at 1, and it's Brady. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Evans. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual-type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Goff. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Ezekiel Elliott hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Hopkins with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. On 3rd down, it's Pollard. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. Last week, of course, the great performance, over 200 yards. He still wants to be fed.
And they should. That's exactly what you should do. I have not yet met a running back that's run for over 200 yards that says the very next week, hey, let's back things up.
Yeah, I don't need it as much.
No, they want it more and more. They're going to be ready to go because they think that's going to happen naturally now.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The ex-Iowa Hawkeye Mike Daniels in for the sack.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack, and that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
Hey, 4 down. Hatch it. Easy.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Bravo! Here we go, let's bring it! Let's go! Go Bandit! Let's bring it! Switch!
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. Got a man on the right sideline. That's Bird. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
I've got to make sure that I don't take Tom Brady's greatness for granted, that we make it routine. How about that throw right there? Another great completion.
And you know one area where he honed his throwing? He was a catcher in high school. He was actually drafted by the Expos in 1995 in the 18th round.
Wow, that would have been something to see him behind the dish.
Think he gunned down a few guys?
Gunned down a few guys trying to steal second. That would have been fun to watch.
Well, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14.
Hey, alert 3. Reload!
Here's Pollard. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made there by Zach Brown.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long.
Hey, Charlie! Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Alert! Let's make these babies cry all the way back home. Regular! Hey, 66!
From the gun, it's Brady. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. The Bears on the move. They've got another first down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
To throw is Brady. His throw incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time. And that'll bring up second down. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
The tackle made by K.J. Wright.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Watch the eye. Hold 50. Hey, hit.
On third down, Pollard. And he's not going to get anywhere close to the marker as they'll stop him well short of the yellow line. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a fourth down. And Bryant's kick is good. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. The Bears with the football. We get set to begin quarter number 2 as we'll see one following the score on the final play before break. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Goff now looks to throw. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. Allen, the intended receiver. They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football. But that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage.
66. He's checking. Cracks. Check 9.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Wait, set. Wait, 20. Check. No. Check. Sugar. Hey, box truck. Mike 59.
Now on 2nd and 13. Brady. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked up by the all-pro corner, Josh Norman. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? And all the way across at 48. A big run that time by Elliott. 45 yards on the ground. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
It's a gain of 11 and a first down L.A. Looking back to Cooper's numbers from last year after that trade, he ended up playing 9 games with the Cowboys in 2018. 725 yards, 6 scores. Also had the 100-yard game in the playoffs against the Rams. And if you add up the numbers between the two teams last year, he was over 1,000 for the 3rd time in 4 NFL seasons. And pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now it's gone. Try to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Obi Melifonwu. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. The intended receiver there, Allen.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out. Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10.
He's coming. We got double up. Kill.
They'll run with Pollard. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Wait, 20. Check it. Cookies the mark. Alpha. 72. Check it. Reload. Hey, Alabama.
To throw on 3rd down. Brady. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. Akeem Hicks at 6'5", 332 finds his way home for the sack. Here comes the Bears punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Rams will go on offense here for the 1st and 10. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Now Elliott. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
Come on, 180. 58, come on.
Out of the gun, gone. And he'll have his man, that's Cooper. And he's got room. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Amari Cooper, 76 yards. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down.
Go bandit. Hey, exit. Check four.
Mike's 59. Mike's 59.
Throwing now is Brady. Open man right side is Smith-Schuster, complete. Touchdown, Chicago! Juju Smith-Schuster, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and that makes it a 14-10 ball game. Yeah, after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go. Let's go.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. Touchdowns on back-to-back drives, so a very good flow right now offensively.
Hard to slow them down, too, because they are locked in. Feel like the offense coordinator is a little bit ahead of the defensive guys right now. They're beating them to the punch with their play calls. They've got a nice rhythm they're locked into. How can the defensive guys come up with something that'll disrupt that flow? That's what they're seeking right now.
Well, it's been an exciting sequence to watch. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. The run by Elliott, a good one on first down as he's able to pick up about 6 there. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. For Zeke, what a first 3 years he's had in the NFL. Last year, his 2nd rushing title, 1,434 yards. Not as many as 1,631 that he had as a rookie, but still his yards per game average was the best in the National Football League. On 2nd down now, it's Elliott. The tackle goes there to Linval Joseph.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Goff. And incomplete. Almost intercepted. The D lineman almost had it. Couldn't hang on. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback.
Hey,
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity. Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And Brady going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Trumaine Johnson. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him to have 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
Now gone. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Gone. Complete, Hunter Henry with the grab. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Gone. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. The Rams on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Back to throw, Gone. Cooper's got it. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. Now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Goff now to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Trey Waynes, the Michigan State man, right there in coverage.
He was covered by Trey Waynes.
So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1.
Hopkins on for the field goal. A 30-yard.
Hopkins' kick is good. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Let's go. Check. Check it back.
And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. The Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
Bears take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works.
Hey, orbit. 59's mark, 59's mark. Check, check. Alert.
On first down, Brady. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Letting you know right now, you better bring. Sit. Tighten up.
Now Pollard. And some room to maneuver. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
I got you. Check 43. Check 37. Check 37. Watch out. 36.
First down, and it's Pollard again. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Alert! I'm coming up to you. Shift, Ozzy. SOS. Check. Slam. Hey, watch it. He's crazy.
Pollard going to try the right side, refusing to go down. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down?
We've called a lot of games, but we don't normally talk about inside linebackers being that fleet of foot, do we?
No, he was able to get outside there to make that play.
Yeah, and you know what makes them faster? Their ability to read plays, understand what offenses are trying to do, and put themselves in proper position.
Trying to run for it with Pollard. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards.
Wait, set. Check. No. I hope you go to left, because I'm about to take you to school. Out. Check 24. Check 3. Check 99. Shoot. Watch the shoot. Hey, go 66.
The first down carry here for Johnson. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
They're not ready for this. They still playing soft. Y'all playing the wrong football. Check safety. Big edge. Come. When he hit, check it.
Run for Pollard. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
But that's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through, and has a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a third down.
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2.
Hey, go 66. Mike 50. I got one. Hey, Haywood.
Brady now to throw. And he's got Will Tye complete. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Will Tye, his first touchdown on the year. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Bryant's extra point up and good. And that will level the playing field at 17 all. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You've got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. To throw is gone. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Watch the twist.
Super one.
58, right over there.
Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Now gone. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. He was trying to get that one to Allen that time.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10.
Under 10. 10. Hey, Alabama. Check. 59. Cover.
On 1st down, Pollard. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Check. Fresno.
Hey, switch gears.
Tight dog. Check three. Go bandit.
Here's Pollard again. And some nice running going to get him down close to a first down at the Rams' 42.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
72. Hey, I-7.
Brady looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. He had one touchdown earlier, nearly a second one there.
Yeah, it took a touchdown-saving tackle to keep him out of the end zone after a big play. Perhaps you go right back to him. Don't need the distance, but maybe he can pay things off after a big effort.
Wait, that's 53. 51.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll be 2nd and goal. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now.
Hey, dude. Hey, 50 to Mike, 50 to Mike. Regular. Switch it, come on, switch it.
Brady gonna throw. Oh no, lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
On 3rd down, Pollard. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. Have to kick this field goal, don't you?
No question about it. Look at the clock. Look at the situation. Kick the field goal.
The kick by Bryant is good. And with that, they take the lead here, 20-17. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Again, it's Elliott. And he'll get this up only to about the 33.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for L.A. Here's Moore on the return. Oh, good move. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had a field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Now a first down run is going nowhere. He's going to be dropped in the backfield, a loss of 2. Call it a loss of 2 on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
At the 36-yard line.
Wait, set. 380. 59. That's right, baby. They don't want it. He's coming. Double up. Alpha. He's coming. Double up.
Now Brady. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Shoves him aside. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here.
Wide, get wide. Check. Switch. Check and reload.
They'll run left with Pollard. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up fourth down. Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time.
You hate to give the ball away here in the fourth quarter while you're just holding a slim lead, but that punt, absolutely ideal. They pin them inside the 5-yard line. They give their defense a really nice opportunity.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Jared Goff, 4 times last year, he led the Rams on a fourth-quarter comeback. He obviously didn't do it in Super Bowl 53, but can he do it here? And a nice pickup as this one gets him to the 10-yard line. Second down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
180. 58, right there. Ready?
Goff now looking to throw. And Allen's got it. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Goff. To the left side and complete for Amari Cooper. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football, because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Now a leaping catch, he's got it. 12 yards there and a first down.
That's good for a Rams first down. 1st and 10 at the 47.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive.
Shell.
Goff on first down. And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. We come up here on 1st and 10. He's back to throw. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. He'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. 7 yards there on the first down screen play.
That completion helps out in a nice way. Now they can take a little bit more time, but guess what? They've got to make sure on their throws that they see it open, not just anticipate it.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. The Rams on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 4. Back to throw. And this is caught. Amari Cooper. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Now Goff. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. It'll be 3rd down and forever. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Obi Melifonwu. And that is going to seal this victory as time runs out. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here, coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4, 5 plays are going to be the ones you focus on. And that last play was one of them. The last shot had to take it, and they came up with the interception and sealed their victory.
So for Chicago, it's a rare victory for them as they get that record back to 3 and 7. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Rams, add 1 more loss to the column. That drops them to a woeful 1 and 9 so far. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.